guys, it's Shannon from SB88. Look, I got a Toyota Avensis here that failed to start yesterday and I managed to rescue it. We're here in Croydon, little church and stuff. Alright, look, so this is the engine here, and this is what I ended up doing. The customer called me for a jump start, and as I came out to the car, he said, "Oh, I've got a new battery, the guy replaced it the other day and it's not starting." So when I tried to jump start it, it wouldn't start, and this is what I made to get the car started. So the problem on the car is an earth fault. So with this removed, we chuck that on the ground. Yeah, this car won't start, but it's got battery voltage. You can see that battery looks fresh. So this is what the customer came out and found. Turn the key and you get this weird noise. You hear it? Got a weird noise from in there. So what the hell could that be is what I was thinking. And then what I did was, firstly I put my jump pack on here, yeah, just like here, one here and one there. Let me get the jump pack. Alright, so this is my jump pack, right? So I came out last night and I put my jump pack on there like that. I always connect the negative last, and it's 12.5 volts. So whoa, that's pretty good. This is a voltmeter and it's reading 12.5 volts at the battery. Okay, so when I put it on there like that and I went to start the car, that's the noise again, right? So it wouldn't start, and I was hitting the starter motor thinking dun, 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 dun. It wasn't starting, because sometimes you'd actually get a click. After hitting the starter motor didn't work, I thought, let me just check to see if the engine's got enough. And then this happens. Yeah, back over here, 12.5 volts. But when I come here, click, 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 click. So what I then decided to try to do was turn on the booster like that. So it's putting out 11.7, and then still had the noise and it wouldn't start. Okay, so maybe that was a bad earth point, right? So then I went over to the engine mount on this side, proper stretching the capabilities of my jump pack, and I went onto this bolt right here. Yeah, but it would start and cut straight out. Didn't understand what's that. So it was a bit crazy. So what I did was then I made this little device to try and get the customer home, because I realized that it's clearly got a bad earth. So I just did this to give an earth. And the car starts. Alright, so what I'm here to do now is to find out why this cable isn't making a good connection to the engine. So to do that, I'm going to take the battery out and investigate this earth cable here. Another good thing to notice is, you see that green light inside of there? That means that your battery is okay. White means replace and black means recharge. So if you're looking at AC green, it's a good chance that your battery is okay. Okay, so now we're looking at this cable. Okay, so this cable goes from here to there, and then it clearly runs through there and connects just there. So at some point this cable here has got a problem. It's either got a bad connection there, more than likely, or the cable itself is broken, and that's what using this little piece here bypasses. Okay, so how can we test it? Okay, so I got my multimeter out and I put my red probe onto the positive, and then my black probe, whoops, you can see there, if I touch in the back of that, I'll get 11.56, which is very close to what I see there. Alright, this wire here goes to the bodywork, so if I touch my probe onto the top of this, I get 11.56, which is great. So my probe again, I need to order a new probe kit. These wires are just too short for my liking. Go onto the back of there. I'm getting 11 point. I'm getting 9.67. If I go just on here, 11.56. If I go onto the body of the gearbox, I'll get 11.1. So if my customer tries to start the car, I might get even more of a drop. What I suspect is happening is the wiring is okay, because I can get 11.5 volts there, right? But I can't get 11.5 volts there. So between here and here, which is this little bolt, there's a bad connection. So if I get my 30mm socket, take this off, clean this up, I might fix this problem. Surprisingly, this is a Toyota, and this should have been a 12mm bolt. Yeah, it is a 12mm, and this 13 got it off. It was quite loose, so I suspect the problem is just this was loose. But what I'm going to do is just take this up and clean it, put it back together, and then I expect that this car will start. Okay, so I've got a proper 12mm socket now. I used my wire brush and I cleaned up them bits down there. So see, that fits. So I suspect it was just a loose connection. Let's tighten this up now. Alright, so that's tightened back up now. So what I need to find now is the same 11.5. So I go here, 11.5. Okay, so now go into the engine. We put 11.4. It's a bit better, not as good as I would like to see. On the bolt head, 10.5. What the hell? Alright, 11.5. Great. So scratch the gearbox. 11.5. So this is fixed now, man. Yeah, so this car will start with the jump lead wires just on the terminals. Can I just try and start it? Look at that. Okay, and the alternator's kicked in, so it's charging. So this car is fixed without spending any money. Well, you're gonna have to pay me to fix it, obviously, but without having to change any parts. So, a bad earth. Have you ever heard of a bad earth? This is the typical diagnostic procedure for fixing a bad earth. Guys, these little videos that I make, if you find them interesting, please like and subscribe. It's actually very helpful to my channel. Let's keep going. I'd like to see you in the next video. Leave a comment to tell me if you've ever experienced a problem like this before. Alright, one last tip. Did you know that if you have a good alternator, the car would run without a battery? It's not ideal, but it can. See, there's no battery and the engine, the alternator is actually keeping this engine running. You use this technique for swapping a battery and keeping the radio codes alive. You know, like if you had a car with a radio code, this is a good way to do it. Alright guys, so the car is all fixed now. Look, 50,000 miles on the clock and it's back in business. Light work. I hope this video helps one of you guys.